Hello guys, last time we have started discussing how to solve simultaneous equations, and if you remember we have done this question and we solved the question and we got these answers, and the method we used is elimination method. So if you remember in my first video, part 1, I said we have two types of solving simultaneous equation. One is elimination and the other one is substitution method. So in this case we used elimination method. So elimination means either you eliminate the variable x or y. So that will depend on that particular question. So in this case we eliminate the variable x and we solve y, and then later we find x. So that's what we did last time. So today we carry on doing another examples. This is the second one, and this is the type of question we do now. And in this case, the first equation you see, it is a linear equation. So linear equation represents a line, and the second one is a quadratic, and so it represents a U shape or N shape depending on the coefficient of x squared. So now a linear and a quadratic equations are given, and we're asked to solve this question. So as usual, we're asked to find the value of x and the value of y. So in this case we use a substitution method, and the reason is as follows. So what you have to do is, let's call this one equation 1 and this is equation 2. So what we do is take the second equation and write it as a subject of y, meaning y on one side, all the rays on the other side. So now take the equation 2. So let me put y as a subject. So if you bring minus y to the other side, it becomes positive y, and 3 when it comes on this side becomes minus 3. So we get 2x squared minus 3. So y is written in terms of x and a constant. So y is equal to x squared minus 3. So this is actually the same as this one, and it helps to substitute the y value in the first equation. So what we do now is we substitute this into equation 1. So let's do it. So in place of y, so 7x plus y is equal to 1. Okay, so this is the first equation. I just copy it down, and then later what you have to do is in place of y you put this one. So let's do it in place of this. So 7x, so y is the same as 2x squared minus 3, so plus 2x squared minus 3 is equal to 1. So now this becomes a quadratic equation. So let's put it in this form. You know the general form is so this is the general form of quadratic equation. So let's write this one in this form. Now what we have to do is take 2x squared here plus 7x. So if you bring 1 on this side, it becomes minus 1. So minus 1 and minus 3 is minus 4 is equal to 0. So now let's solve for x here. So we have 3 methods of solving these quadratic equations: factorization, quadratic formula, and completing the square. So you can use either of any of these 3 methods. So let's use here a factorization method. So what we do is we multiply a times c. So a in this case is 2. So 2 times 4 is 8. Okay, and we find factors of 8. So factors of 8 are 1 times 8 and 2 times 4. So if you times these two, you get 8. 2 times 4 is 8. So that's the only one we have. So which one satisfies the following condition, which is if you add the two numbers, it will give you 7, the middle term, the coefficient of x, which is 7, and when you multiply, it gives you minus 8. 2 times minus 4 is minus 8. So which one do you think it works? This one. So what we have to do is we just write minus 1 times 8. So if you times these two, you get minus 8. If you add them, it gives you the middle term. So this is the product, and this is the sum. So the product is a times c. A in this case is 2, c in this case is minus 4. So the product has to be minus 8, and the sum has to be 7. So these two numbers, minus 1 and 8, satisfies this condition. Therefore, in place of 7, we put, this is 7x, 8x, minus 1x. So 7x is equal to minus 1x plus 8x is the same as 7x. So in place of 7x, we put minus 1x is the same as minus x plus 8x. So 2x squared, 7x is the same as this one. So what we have to do is minus x plus 8 minus 4 is equal to 0. So in place of 7, we put these two, and this is x. So what we did is 7x is equal to minus x plus 8x. Okay, so now take these two and these two together. So what is the common? This one, so x is common. So 2x minus 1, because x times 2x is 2x squared, x times minus 1 is minus x. So let's take a common factor between 8x and 4, and that will be plus 4. 4 is the highest common factor. So what do we have? 2x plus, minus 1. So 4 times 2x is 8x, 4 times minus 1 is minus 4. So that will be equal to 0. So if you see the terms inside the bracket, they are identical. So what we have to do is we have two brackets is equal to 0. So for these two, we take one of them because they are identical, and the outside is x here, and there is 4, so x plus 4 is equal to 0. So when you multiply this one with that one, it is equal to 0. That means either this one is equal to 0 or that one is equal to 0. So 2x minus 1 is equal to 0, or x plus 4 is equal to 0. Okay? So now to solve this one, so x is equal to 1 over 2, or x is equal to minus 4. So we found the value of x here. Now the next step is how to find the value of y. So to find y, what we need to do is we pick either this equation or that equation. So the best one is to take the linear equation, the first one. So that is 7x, this equation. So 7x plus y is equal to 1. So let's take that one. Okay. So for this one, let's take this one first. So 7 times half is 7 over 2 plus y is equal to 1. So y equals 1 minus 7 over 2. So this is like 2 over 2. So if you take that one, so it will be minus 5 over 2. Okay, so that's minus 5 over 2 is the same as minus 2.5. So that's done. So when x is minus 4, so we take the same equation. What will be the corresponding y value? So for the first one, when x is half, we get y to be minus 2.5. So this is one answer. When x is minus 4, we get the same equation. So 7 times minus 4 will be minus 28 plus y is equal to 1. So y equals 1 plus 28, and that will be 29. So when x is minus 4, the value of y will be 29. So we got the answers. So we've got two answers. X is equal to half and y is equal to minus 2.5. And also when x is minus 4, that means this linear equation and these quadratic equations, they intersect at 2 points. So this is 1 point and this is another point. So this is the correct answer. So I hope this is clear. So let's go to the next question. So the next question is this one. So this is much easier because the coefficient of d is 3, 3. That means they are the same. So the only thing we do is we make one of the equation minus. So let me take this one is 1 and that one is 2. Okay. So let's make the first equation minus. So let me times the whole thing by minus 1. So let's multiply the first equation by minus 1. So minus 1 times this, minus 1 times that, minus 1 times this. So that's what we do. Okay, so let's do it. So minus times 3d is, so minus 3d minus 5c equals minus 27. And the second equation, you just write it as it is without any change. So now we can add. So in this case we use elimination method, of course. So we eliminate D and we find C first, and then we find later on the value of D. So when you add here, this will be cancelled out. So minus 5a plus 2y is minus 3c is equal to, and this one is 9, so minus 9. So c, so over 3 over minus 3 over minus 3. So c will be positive 3. So to find D, so C is obtained. Now to find D, we pick either the first equation or the second equation. So let's take the first equation, which is 3D plus 5y. 3D plus 5c equals 27. So 3D plus C is 3, so 5 times 3, because C is 3, it's already done, so it becomes 15 is equal to 27. So from this one, how do you find D? So 27 take away 15 over 3. Okay, so from 27, if you take away 15, what do you get? You get 12. So 12 divided by 3 is 4. So we found the value of D. That means these linear equations, they intersect only at one place. So there are two lines and they intersect at one point, and that point is 3, 4. So it will be DC. Okay? And the values are given like that. So they intersect at one point only. In the previous question, we got two values. One is linear and the other one is quadratic. So the point of intersection between the linear and the quadratic will be 2 points, and that's why we got two answers. But here, all the equations are linear, so you can have only one intersection between two lines. You can't have more than one intersection. Okay, so let's go to the next one. Now, this question is a little bit different, but still we use the same simultaneous equations. As long as you know how to extract information from these word problems, then the rest is very easy. So this is just one application of simultaneous equations. So as you know, in maths, whatever we do, those skills are applicable in real life. So simultaneous equations are applicable in this case. So this is one evidence that you can use the simultaneous equation. Now it says 3 DVDs and 5 CDs cost £27, and 3 DVDs and 2 CDs cost £18. Now the question is, how much is each DVD and CD? So what we do is we write the first sentence, we write it as 3 DVDs. So we say 3D. So D stands for DVDs, and in word problems, and means plus. Okay, so 5 CDs, so you say 5C. So C stands for CD. Costs how much? 27 pounds. So costs is simply equal to how much? 27. So the first sentence is simply written mathematically like this. So we do the same thing for the second question. So it's very easy now. 3D again, 3D plus 2Ds is equal to how much? 18. Now we're almost there. So to solve this, we use either the coefficient of D or the coefficient of C. So this should be C. Now, so you have D here and C is up there. So now, because the coefficient of D's are the same, we can only put a minus sign so that one will be the opposite of the other. So let's do the first one, multiply the first one by minus 1. So minus 1 times 3D will be, so the first equation, so minus 3D, minus 1 times this, minus 1 times this, minus 1 times that, so minus 5C, minus 27. And the second equation, you just write it as it is, 3D plus 2C equals 8. The second equation you just simply copy down. So now here, now you add downward. So minus 3D plus 3D will cancel each other. So minus 5C plus 2C will be minus 3C. And this is equal sign. We put minus sign here. So minus 27 plus 18 will be how much? Minus 9. So to get C, we divide both sides by minus 3. So we get C becomes positive 3. So the cost of 1 CD, so C stands for CD, so the cost of 1 CD is 3 pounds. C equals 3 pounds. The cost of 1 CD is 3 pounds. Now let's find D. So to find D, to find the cost of 1 DVD, what we do is we pick one of the equations, either this one or that one. So let's take the second one. I can take any of these two, so let's take the second one. So 3D plus 2 times C, so C is 3, so 2 times 3 is 6, equals 18. I'm using the second equation. So to find D here, so 3D equals 18, so bring 6 to the other side, becomes minus C, so 3D is equal to 12, and D is equal to 4. So the cost of 1 DVD will be 4 pounds. Okay, so done. So we know how much each item costs, So the cost of CD is 3 pounds and DVD is 4 pounds. That's it. So now let's go to the next question. Okay, let's do this question. Solve the simultaneous equation. So these equations, x squared plus y squared is equal to 16, and y is equal to 2x plus 1. Write the answer to 1 decimal place. So this one is this equation is the equation of a circle whose center is at the origin and radius is 4. Okay, now so what we have to do is just write down x squared plus y squared is equal to 16 and y is equal to 2x plus 1. Okay, we just write it here. So to find the value of x and y, what we need to do is y is 2x plus 1. So we put this one in place of this one. So let's call this one equation 1 and that one equation 2. So if I put y, 2x plus 1 in the first equation, so what do we get? Let's see, so x squared plus, in place of y we put this one, so 2x plus 1 the whole squared is equal to 16. And then, so carry on solving this. So when you expand this one, 2x plus 1 the whole squared, so you can use different methods. So it becomes 4x squared plus 4x plus 1 is equal to 16. So when you expand this one, it becomes 4x squared plus 4x plus 1 is equal to 16. So now x squared plus 4x squared becomes 5x squared plus 4x. Bring 16 on this side, it becomes minus 16, so minus 15. Because minus 16 plus 1 is minus 15. Now let's try to solve this one. This is a quadratic equation, so you can use any of the three methods, either factorization, but in this case factorization method is not applicable for this one. Therefore you have to use either quadratic equation or completing the square. So now, so what we have to do is, let's use quadratic equation. So quadratic equation is x is equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Just apply this quadratic equation, or sorry, quadratic formula to solve the value of x. Now in this case, you know, 5 is a, that one is b, and that one is c. Okay, so we know that the general form of quadratic equation is ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0. So the coefficient of a squared is a, the coefficient of x is b, and the constant c. So this is the general form. So we know this one. So this equation, as you can see, the value of a in this case is 5, okay, and the value of b is 4, and the value of c is minus 15. So a is 5, b is 4, and c is minus 15. Therefore, we just substitute here. So once we know a, b, c, just substitute the values here. So let's do it. So x is equal to, b is 4, so minus 4. Okay, so minus 4 plus or minus. So b squared, b is 4, 4 squared is 16, minus 4 times a is 5, and c is minus 15 over 2 times a. So a is 5, so 2 times 5 is 10. So x is equal to, so if you solve this one, so minus 4 divided by 10 becomes minus 2 over 5. So plus or minus square root of this if you do that one, what do we get? So squares of 16 20 so we get 10. So that's what we got. Okay, so divided by 10. So this implies x is equal to minus 2 over 5, so plus or minus square root of 79 over 5. So once you get the value of x, you should find the value of y. So let's take to find y. So this is can be written as, so let me do this one. So the denominator is the same, therefore x is equal to, so minus 2 plus or minus square root of 79 over 5. Okay, if you want, you can write the value of x as x is equal to minus 2 plus square root of 79 over 5, or x is equal to minus 2 minus square root of 79 over 5. So we have two x values. So to find y, we take either equation 1 or equation 2, but for this particular question, it's better to take the linear one, because it's much easier, you know. So let's use this one to find the value of y. So y is equal to 2x plus 1. So to find the value of y, so y is equal to, so if you take this one, so 2 times that one, so 2 times that one will be 2 times minus 2 plus square root of 79 plus 1. Okay, so y equals, so this time that, this time this, so this becomes minus 4 plus 2 square root of 79 over 5 plus 1. So if you add these two, so 1 is the same as, so 1 is, I can write 1 as 5 over 5. So put 5 over 5 here, put the same as 1. I can write 1 as 6 over 6, it's all the same. So 5 over 5, so if you add here, so the denominator will be 5, so it becomes 1 plus 2 square root of 79. So when the value of x, so when the value of x is this one, the value of y becomes that one. Okay, so that's it, and but you have to remember that we're asked to write the answer to 1 decimal places. Therefore, we have to simplify the values. So if you take that one, apply this calculator to find this. So to 1 decimal places. So x becomes, this x becomes 1.14, and the corresponding y value becomes 3.8. Just use your calculator and when x is, the other x is this one, so you get minus 2.2. So just to show you this one, for example, so x is minus 2, so put minus 2, minus square root of 79, this one divided by 5, so this is what you get, okay? This is what you get. So we're asked to write this one to the nearest one decimal place, so it becomes minus 2.2. So that's how we get x equal to minus. So if you put that one back to this equation, you get the corresponding y values, so you can do it yourself in the same way, and I'll give you the answer. So y will be minus 3.4. So don't forget to give your answer to 1 dp. So 1 dp, 1 decimal places. So every answer here is going to be 1 decimal places, to the nearest 1 decimal places. So I hope so far we have done a lot of questions, some equations, and we try to discuss, all the possible methods you can apply, and hopefully you got something from this video, and the rest is up to you to practice more exercise, and hopefully it will be fine. If you have any questions or comments, please you can please leave the comments or the questions you have. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe, and I will give you more videos on maths. Thank you. Bye.